It's the dark skin Savior's my neighbor. Hey man, that's what we got here today.
Yes, sir.
We back with another casual geographic. You know what I'm talking about? He said the most violent animal on earth.
It's not what you expect.
Oh shit! Just when I was about to say, oh, I got one in mind.
Just like a chihuahua. With chihuahua, they ain't even
No,
violent.
chihuahuas, they're
just aggressive.
They're aggressive.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna do shit.
But the most violent, I would say, prairie dogs would be in this bitch too. Them hyenas, bro.
Oh yeah, hyenas definitely probably one of the worst.
Piranhas.
Yeah.
Hyenas are called prairie dogs?
I don't know. I don't know. I think prairie dogs are different. It's the motherfuckers that be hunting in packs, bro.
Oh yeah. Hey man, bro, we about to find out today because this gotta be an educated ass black man. You know what I'm saying? Very educated black man that knows what we don't know. So we about to learn today. Let's get
your pen and books. Or
In 2016, the University of Granada published a study that tried to answer the question of what animal out of the thousands on Earth is the most homicidal.
Gorillas, definitely.
Well, if it wasn't on paper, you wouldn't believe it. Researchers created a list of over 1,000.
Bow. Yeah. Bow.
Bro, what the fuck?
Niggas said
Animal out of the thousands on Earth.
that was kind of funny to me. I don't know why.
Results? Well, that wasn't on paper. You wouldn't believe it. Researchers created a list of over 1,000 candidates, and by painstakingly studying over 4 million animal deaths total and recording how many of those life retirements were caused by the same species, they were able to mathematically determine what mammals are the most likely to lose humankind.
Oh, chimpanzees.
Nobody could have predicted some
Yes, bro.
The dominant
niggas are violent
placed 16th on the homicide scale with an 11.85% chance of getting past tense by another dama. Slightly above
It's not what you would.
chinchillas with a probability of getting put down by a fellow chilla at a solid 12%. Brown bears just barely made the top 30 at less than 10%.
Barely?
Bears of the sea, specifically the New Zealand sea lion, lapped them with an execution rate above 15. Now, you're probably wondering where humans ranked on this list. We gotta be up there. I mean, there's just no way. Humans didn't even crack the top 40, with less than 2% of human soul evictions caused by another human. In fact, according to the numbers, lemurs have far more bloodlust than humans and chimpanzees. But the most horny for homicide mammal in this study, the most murderous creature on Earth, was the meerkat. No, not a meerkat. The meerkat, with about 20% of those in God's recently deleted having been airdropped by another meerkat.
Isn't that what you said?
To see where these tendencies come from, we gotta look at their family. Meerkats are a type of mongoose, an animal that essentially married crack and determination with gang mentality. We're gonna get back to them in a second, but just know, running a fade with monkeys is like getting attacked by a team of temperamental tube socks with teeth. But if you take a wider look, meerkats belong to a superfamily that I'm not even gonna try to pronounce. I just know that they share it with fusas, which I talked about last video.
That's
and
Timon,
hyenas.
bro.
Yeah, the hyena's closest relatives are mongooses like the meerkat. And that made no sense to me until I heard what meerkats sound like.
They kind of do resemble.
Yeah. They been laughing too.
The mongoose is probably most famous for their eternal beef with snakes. Except the word beef is doing a lot of heavy lifting, since snake versus mongoose is more lopsided than an edge up from Stevie Wonder.
Bro, mongoose is play, nigga.
Is that they're immune to snake venom. They're resistant, but there's a point where enough venom will murk even
I think I heard of some shit like that. Mongooses are immune to snake venom, nigga.
So that shit don't do nothing to them.
Whoa, them niggas get bit up by a venom ass snake, and them niggas will eat that shit. They will like, man, get your little ass over here.
Cause I nigga, I just bit you like 50 times.
Them niggas like,
Bro, that's crazy, bro.
Mongoose has a mutation in their nicotinic acetylcholine receptor that makes it hard for neurotoxic snake venom to bind to it. That's how the same cobra that can flatline a person in 15 minutes can fully get put on a t-shirt by a warpath weasel. And meerkats will run things with highly venomous snakes and turn them into a belt if they need to. These sand assault squirrels will even weaponize the power of friendship to flex on enemies like snakes through a process called mobbing. Speaking of which, don't worry, I didn't forget about this. But to explain why meerkats have such a high KD ratio against their own kind, you gotta understand how functionally dysfunctional their families are. The meerkat empire is built on a foundation of violence, extortion, spawn killing, cannibalism, but most importantly, a power-hungry mother, and it goes like this. Meerkats live in groups called mobs, and each mob is a conglomerate of...
That's the animal from Lion King, the Timon, right?
yeah.
Them niggas is gang members.
Together as one. And sitting at the throne of each mob are the dominant couple, the alpha male, but more importantly, the alpha female. Because like with their bigger hyena cousins, meerkats are female dominated, and it's the biggest, meanest mama meerkat that calls the shots.
Fuck, that nigga stood like that.
Society, and the alpha female is responsible for birthing new members to the mob, which is why she eats by far more than anyone else, so that she can make enough milk to feed her pups. The top male is primarily in charge of guarding his defenseless kids, and when he's not doing that, he's usually out hunting or spreading his scent to reinforce his territory. And then you have the scout team, the meerkats for food wherever they can find it. And watching their backs are the sentinels, the security guards of the clan who keep an eye out for owls like eagles or jackals and will alert the foragers of danger with an alarm call. And back with the newborns are the babysitters who keep the new recruits from wandering and going MIA, and the second they hear that alarm, they either rush the kids back underground or prepare to defend them with their life. And of course,
crazy.
To teach the meerkats how to meerkat, you have meerkat mentors. That job description includes passing down all the tricks of the trade, like how a scorpion lands a stinger is just free protein. They'll even hand a
because they can't even get affected by it.
Oh,
that's some bullshit.
Did you know that when you remove a scorpion's stinger, you also remove its anus? So if they don't get discharged from reality right there, they get put in a coffin by severe constipation. More you know. And last are the pups themselves, and their only job is to not die. And you're gonna see why just surviving meerkat society can be harder than Hefner. One of the most crucial rules of meerkat monarchy is that only the alpha female is allowed to have pups, and she can end up spawning 80% of all the infants in the mob. If one of her subordinates literally around and she's the one to find out, the penalties can include the illicit offspring getting discontinued permanently, and even the offending female getting banished from the family by the queen. And with how meerkat mobs work, a lot of times this involves a mother evicting her own daughter. And with meerkats being used social, getting kicked out can be a death sentence with extra steps. So often the outcast will come crawling back, and sometimes she's allowed back in, but on one condition. The alpha female can and will force the insubordinate outlaw to breastfeed her children, basically using the threat of eviction to turn what's often her own daughter into a wet nurse. The price of promiscuity is why most baby meerkats born will celebrate their first birthday in the afterlife. Pups not birthed by the alpha are at such a risk that some insubordinate females will even catch a case eliminating the queen's kids if it means giving her own a better chance. It's not that easy. The meerkat monarch is so attached to the throne that she's even willing to exile one of her daughters just for getting too big and therefore being too big of a threat. Just like hyenas, female meerkats produce double the testosterone as males, and they use this to bully the rest of the mob into submission. A banished female does have the options of either trying to bag a bachelor to start a mob of her own, or just straight up trying to join.
Bro, this niggas is savages, bro.
That shit say you get that testosterone and get grown, bro. So now they try to use that shit to overpower like little ass niggas.
I did not expect these little niggas to be like.
Yeah, I didn't think these niggas go fucking be like that, bro.
Damn.
But I ain't gonna lie, their setup is crazy, bro. They got a nigga on lookout. They got a nigga watching, like protecting the kids.
Like Vikings.
You got a nigga that goes out and
hunt, nigga, like. Cause they gotta feed the alpha mom and shit.
Bro, they all gangster, bro.
Them niggas is fucking
This is the
rapping.
definition of Crips and blood, nigga.
Them niggas is rapping their sets, nigga.
Bro, no cap, bro. They rapping for real, for real. That's crazy.
New one. But there's always a chance she gets violently rejected for her efforts. To put it in perspective, imagine a grandmother that not only puts her daughters out on the street for getting pregnant, not only turns her own grandchildren into a case number, but only lets that daughter live under her roof if she agrees to nurse her mother's kids, which, yes, would mean breastfeeding their own younger siblings.
That's crazy.
It's twisted, but that's just how meerkats manage. And speaking of siblings, even your own roommate in the womb weight room can do you dirty. Meerkat pups will often square up and throw paws with each other, and even though these fights aren't to the death like with hyena cubs, there's a direct relationship between the availability of food and just how violent these fades can get. Early on, meerkat pups rely 100% on helpers bringing them food, and a pup will start something with their own sibling if they see that one getting too close to a helper. The human equivalent would be your mom coming home with McDonald's and you and your brother throwing fisticuffs with the winner getting to eat and the loser getting to watch.
Damn.
Actually, we might not be that different. And if that weren't enough, there's always the possibility of a rogue male kidnapping an unsupervised pup to try to add it to his own mob. To be fair, kidnapping's rare, but it usually ends with one less meerkat to count. Now, everything I just mentioned involves politics within the mob. Inter-mob conflicts happen too, and it's usually when a foraging party of sand-seasoned assassins trespasses into rival territory. And like with every other aspect of this murder mongoose's life, this too can lead to violence.
Bro, these niggas is gangsters,
bro. The opposition with a war dance. Now, usually, that's all this is. Just a bunch of aggressive posturing and a healthy helping of hold me back.
So they don't attack humans.
Words can't do what war can. And it gets physical enough to remove multiple meerkats from the census. And according to studies done in the Kalahari, almost half of mob-on-mob brutality is initiated by the alpha male. So long story short, males are usually the ones starting stuff with other mobs, while females prefer to keep their beef inside the family. All that adds up to 1 in every 5 meerkat obituaries being authored by another meerkat. Meanwhile, the much more infamous hyena has a homicidal hit rate of about 8%. It's to the point where you almost wonder why meerkats don't just choose to live on their own, since the biggest threat to their way of life is often another meerkat. The answer is eusociality.
Damn, that's a double-edged sword, though. It's like they can't live without each other, but they also can't live with each other. Because if they're on their own, they're fucking toasted. If they with each other, then they're most likely gonna have to fight each other, bro. And not just normal fights, nigga. They gonna have to kill each other, probably.
Nah, they ain't gonna kill each other, but they ain't gonna beat the shit out of each other, nigga. Damn near to the death, though.
That's crazy.
No, them niggas will eat each other. You ain't hear what he said? No, fatality rate 20%, bro. From their own kind, bro. It's like their biggest rivalry is themselves.
I think it also depends on like if they in like the right group though. Like
he said, like sometimes niggas still.
He said the alpha, the women, the females tend to beef within the group. Yeah,
within the group.
The males will start shit from outside.
Yeah.
Like they'll go to other cliques and like try to fuck with them. But the women, they'll fuck up these niggas in their own mob, bro.
That's crazy.
Damn.
That don't even make sense.
They're like humans though, really.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
Spawning babies, and everybody else works together to bring up the children while also splitting the labor of the colony. Bees and ants are probably the most famous eusocial insects, and so far we can only name 2 eusocial mammals, those being the raising of rodents, the naked mole rat, and mongooses like, meerkats live in the desolate, sun-baked deserts of the Kalahari, where grocery shopping is a treasure hunt and death can get delivered to you faster than an Amazon package. The mob system, although not perfect, keeps members fed and protected, especially the pups who almost
nigga on the lookout, bro. Look at that nigga.
Their alarm system is so advanced that the sentinels have different calls for different situations with different levels of urgency. For example, the warning call for an approaching fox or jackal is not the same for that of a bird of prey. And like I said, the power of friendship is their best weapon against threats like snakes. In fact, the only snakes they really have to worry about are the ones related to them. So, when it comes to meerkat family, you can't live with them, but you don't have a chance in hell without them. I call a lot of animals homicidal, but no animals more murderous and more of a legitimate danger to themselves than a baby-faced foot-tall Terminator and a comic relief Lion King.
He said the only snakes they have to worry about is themselves.
Next one.
The new Lion King is fucking stupid.
Like Timon and Pumbaa. What, they get along?
That's crazy. Their biggest threat
is themselves.
Is themselves, bro. That is ridiculous.
And then wonderful. No, that's good to know. I did not know them niggas was like that though.
I wasn't expecting them niggas to be up there.
But I like them. Crazy. I like them niggas' security system, bro.
Yeah, bro. Their antenna be up, nigga.
They got one nigga holding back. Nigga, you can be sleeping, but you got one nigga, you know what I'm saying, on the lookout for somebody, you know. And they have different fucking sound or calls for different animals.
Yeah, alarm.
Like a bird is different from like a fox or some shit.
Bro, the fact that they be attacking snakes, bro, that shit different, man.
And the fact that they're immune to venom is like, they can really attack any fucking thing.
That shit's crazy.
They can eat anything and be alright.
That's crazy. Hey, man. But that's about this video, man. What did y'all thought, man, when you guys first, like, you probably seen this video, but before you watched it, like, what did you think?
Did you think these jokes was crazy, bro?
Yeah, like,
no, I did not know. I didn't even know these
was crazy. Now I'm really curious of, like, how they evolved, because in order to be immune to venom, those damn things had to have originated in an environment where it was just venomous as fuck.
Yeah.
Because for their bodies to just evolve to be immune to fucking venom is like beyond crazy.
Is hyenas like that too? Are they immune too?
I don't know. I just know that I do remember hearing about mongooses being immune to venom. I remember hearing about that shit.
That's crazy. Hey, man. But that's it for this video, man. We hope you guys enjoy. If you guys want to see more, let us know down in the comment section. We get right to it. Please don't forget to
like, share, subscribe if you're new. God loves you. God bless you. And Weezy out of here.